What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar. I'm going to do a very quick video. I want to do a more in-depth video. I've been putting this off for a while, but a lot of you have been requesting it, and especially like recently, so I do want to do a quick video. I want to talk about the Fibonacci retracement, the Fibonacci retracement tool, how I use it, what I think about it, and my settings that I have personally on there, okay? But I'm not going to go into depth. I'm going to make a longer, more explanatory video later, but this is going to be like a quick little run through, hopefully. So here's my Fibonacci tool, right? Or anybody's Fibonacci tool, right? You draw it here, you click on that. It should be the first one, but it's Fibonacci. You got all these different tools. Feel free to look it up, you know, do your own research with all of these if you want to. But if you want to know how I go about this, you know, I know I have a lot of you who say I drew the same fib and I'm not getting the same numbers, and I get that. You know, that there's a few reasons why that might happen. So first and foremost, if you take this out of log, if Bitcoin's out of log, and you take your fib from top to bottom, you know, your 618 is where you tipped. Okay, if you put this in log and you gotta adjust it. You got to adjust it, that same top to bottom, now it's your 786, okay? If you're in log and you take your fib out of log, you're back at your 618 again, okay? So there's a bunch of different ways to have different numbers, okay? This will, if you don't have it set to log, this will base it on the non-log scale, even if you're on the log scale, right? Which again, you can see that if you take it here, right? It looks like that. So what I'm trying to say is how I do it, I keep my chart on log. No, you're not wrong for doing it without it being in log, the standard scale. You're not wrong for that, or linear scale, I think is what it's called. You're not wrong for putting it in log and then not having your fibs set to a log scale, though I think it would make sense to have your fibs match the log, but you're not wrong. If you find significance, if it works for you, then cool. That's good. That's fine. You know, no big deal. That's all I would say. There's some people who are like, it doesn't make sense to put the fib in log scale. There's some people who are like, it only makes sense. You know, if it makes sense to you, it makes sense. That's all that matters. Okay. I've changed the colors oftentimes, and I wonder actually if I went to Trading View, maybe here I'll do this. Let's go to incognito mode. That might help. Trading View, because this is how it's going to look for a lot of you, right? You go to Trading View. Oh my goodness, it's not even on night setting. BTC USD on Binance, sure. This is how it looks if you're starting out, right? First and foremost, get that dark mode on there. It's way easier on your retinas. Get it on there, man. If you like the white, cool, whatever. I like the dark. It's nice. It's still bright even as the dark. You've got all this set up. I click this to get rid of that, right? But then your fibs here, it'll look like this, okay? So if you like the shade, you like the shadows, that's okay. You can have the shadows, that's no big deal. The trend line here, I got rid of it. I'm pretty sure I got rid of mine. Maybe I didn't actually. I think I do have a trend line still, but maybe it's a dotted line, yes. Yes, and maybe I've made it thinner, something like that. I don't know. You can mess with that, right? That's your trend line. You can just mess with that if you don't mind it. If you do, you can do all kinds of things with that. I like to extend my fibs to the right. You can extend it to the left if you want, but generally speaking, why would you extend it to the left? You're not looking back, you're looking forward. So let's just say here on a weekly scale, we go to, again, I'm in log. I like to be in log. We put this at the relative low. I'm going to put my magnet on to magnet. All these new things I got to do. Magnet on to high. That way it like locks, right? You can see it just like goes right to it. I like to have the magnet. Some people do, some people don't. But this is how you know you don't have to spend a lot of time fine-tuning it to get that exact price, right? You can just have the magnet on and it'll lock on there for you. Of course, you know, you could click on your fib here, go to coordinates and put the exact price in there if you want. Price 1, that's there. Price 2 is there. But let's go to the style. Let's go back here. So some of you have said that your fibs have different numbers on them, right? So first and foremost, we're on the log scale. The 1618 is way the hell down there because the fib's not on the log scale. So we're going to scroll and put it fibs based on log scale. I find this very useful, especially when you're looking at extensions with the fib. And I like to get rid of these borders. To me, it's too much noise. I don't like it. I think it looks cleaner without it. So if you want the border gone, You go here, background really thick, really dense, you can't see anything, really thin, now it doesn't exist. Okay, now it looks like that. You've got all these boxes that are unchecked. You got your 1272, your 2272, your 2, your 3272, 4, 441, you know, all these. You can check them, you can uncheck them, whatever. You can change them, right? Maybe you're like me and you've figured out some fibs that you do like and some fibs that you don't like, so you know you just kind of relatively do change them. But like this is what you're given at first, right? Maybe you don't want the 2272. Maybe you want the 2.3 because you find that to be more significant. That's not a fib, but maybe it's more, you know, you can change it yourself. And that's what I've done with a lot of these, you know, or maybe you have your 2272, and you want to keep that going. You want your 3272, you want your 4272, but now you want your 5272. So, you know, you got your 4618, maybe you want that too, but maybe you don't want your 4414, so you want your 5.272. Make sure you're doing the points in there. If you forget the points, it's going to be astronomically different. But yeah, you just input your stuff there like that, and yeah, you can look up online Fibonacci extensions, like what are Fibonacci extensions, how to formulate, how to calculate. It's all ratios based off the Fibonacci sequence. You will see some places that they don't include the 1272. Instead of a 1272, they have the 1133 or the 11313. I forget what it is. You know, something like that. But maybe it's 113. I don't know. But I personally do like the 1272. I don't think it has the 786 on here. It doesn't have the 886. I do like to add the 886 0, so you have to do 0.886. I like to add the 0.69, right? That's my white zone between the 0.69 and the golden ratio. That's what I like to do. These colors don't matter, man. On my phone, on my computer, I have different color schemes. I have the white zone set up the same way so that it's less confusing if I ever make TikToks or anything like that, which I haven't been doing, but I'm going to get back to that. But you can change the color. You can change the density. Let's just see here real quick. You know, the 2618. No, let's do the 618 as a matter of fact. You know, you can make it thinner, like whatever. Like if you want to, I just keep them all at 100 so that they're very bold against this background. And then you can also change the. I think maybe you can't. I thought you could change the density of these lines. Join for free. Oh, what? It won't let you do it now? Oh, join for free. Oh, it's because, okay, so you still set up an account, but you have to join for free. I'm not going to do that, but hey, what a perfect amount of time. You know, I was just looking at some other silly stuff, but that's essentially how I have my settings set up. You know, if you want to go back and watch any of my videos and see some of the levels that I have outlined, you know now how to put them in yourself. I know I didn't go in like extreme detail on like what my levels are specifically, but you can kind of form your own levels, right? You can copy mine if you want. You can do it the exact same way if you want. You know, I will make another video explaining this in better detail, but maybe read through some fib ratios, significant stuff like that, see what you find significant, and mess around with it. I hope this video helps. And if not, leave me some comments as to how I could make it better for the next time. I'm definitely going to make it more in depth on the next one, so I already know some ways that I need to make it better, but I was trying to keep it basic. Anyways, that's it. Take care. Have a good day. Hit that like button. Bye-bye.